G'day guys, I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Today we're going to be servicing an 800 litre mixed reef tank. It's quite a beautiful tank, and you can see we have a variety of corals, quite a few beautiful fish doing very well also. And this tank is taken a little while to sort of get it to the point that it is now. And some of the things that we've done in the past is we've rescaped this tank. We've lifted all the rock work, we've put new corals on, and by lifting the rock work, it's allowed for the flow to really circulate well and avoid detritus buildups. Now this tank is 1 metre tall, and with such a big tank, there's some complications with the maintenance, and we'll show you that in a minute. But first of all, I'll show you some aspects of the tank. So this tank is lit by 5 Radion Pros. The Radion Pros being the higher wattage Radion, which gives the depth penetration of light that's required for such a deep tank. With the filtration, we have a large Royal exclusive protein skimmer. The return pumps are actually in quite an awkward position down the end. A little bit difficult to access. We have a UV sterilizer, a protein skimmer, an auto top-up system, and in this space to the left, we've got a dosing pump up the top. We've got ozone. We have Tuns, another Tuns, that's Ecotech MP40, and Gaia up the top. So now we'll get started on the water change. So the weir combing at the top of the overflow of this tank is quite heavy with algae growth in here. Now the problem with that is that it can reduce the flow of water and over the weir, and sometimes it can even cause a stagnant layer to develop. And you can see this little acclimation box, which is housing a trachea. Because of the lack of flow, it's actually got a pretty bad problem with that. So we'll have to clean that up. But most importantly, I'm going to go over the external side and the internal side of the weir with a toothbrush and get rid of all that algae. So now I want to do a gravel siphon to remove the detritus from the substrate. The length of the gravel vac makes it quite difficult to use as it is. So I'm going to use a long handled scraper and attach the gravel siphon to that to make it easier to get all the detritus right from even the very back of the tank in the hard to reach places. So I'll trim off these ends, and that'll be our gravel siphon. One of the things I love about this tank is the close access of the sink. And the way I drain this tank is just continue with the gravel siphon straight into the sink. Obviously this is a fairly slow way to remove the water, but because this is a relatively low nutrient tank, I don't need to do a large water change, and if I leave it like this for 15-20 minutes, that'll take the water far enough down for the water change. Gives me a little bit of time to do the skimmer and that sort of thing. So now I'll turn off these return pumps. It's the hardest part of the whole job. This is a really good example of a skimmer which is difficult to maintain because the cup only just fits out of the cupboard. So I'll show you how we do it. First of all, the skimmer cup is threaded, so we have to spin it off. I'll just take the lid of the cup off. Alright, so now, as you can see, it doesn't quite fit. There's only one angle that this fits out, and it's like that. Always ensure your skimmer cup is easy to access. So just while the tank is draining, I'll point out some of the corals and just give a little bit of a history of them. First of all, we've got what is actually a very large Desha yesiana. It's my favorite coral in the tank. It's absolutely beautiful. They're really rare, difficult to get corals. And I particularly like this one because usually he has full polyp extension, his tentacles are out. We've only just turned the lights on, and so he's still a little bit closed up at the moment. The Giardini is particularly nice. I love the position. It's got lots of space, so it's not stinging anything, and it sits there beautifully. The same is also true of the hammer we've got perched up on the ledge there. Nothing in its vicinity that it can sting, and it's looking particularly happy there. At the back we have an orange Lobophilia. It had a fall a few months ago, and so part of it's died off, but since then it's come back beautifully and it's really thriving. We have two combo corals in the tank which are particularly nice. This one's a combo chalice, and you can just see the two different colors of chalice really gives a beautiful effect. Up on the back left there's a combo turban. I love the way that it has multiple layers. The green has a top and a bottom section. And I also really like the position of the Pavonia cactus, nestled in there amongst the Dallas, just hovering above the Duncanopsamia. So because of the size of this tank, the client's chosen to get water storage outside. This is a 1,000 litre water tank, and we're going to use our pump to pump from the water tank into the tank inside. Okay, so we've opened up the valve. So, just to finish off, I'm using a clean towel with a bit of fresh water, just going over it with the wet side, drying it with the dry. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and keep on reefing. So that's our video for today. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe as well. We'll be putting out videos every week showing a new tank with new products. There's going to be lots in all the videos. I'm Cam the Fish Guy, and keep on reefing.